La route est dure, la vie est morne, mon âme est sûre d'aucune borne. Que dois-je faire avec ma vie quand toute la terre est endurcie?
Nancy.
Nancy?
Yes.
You ever been to Nancy, have you?
No.
I have. Which part are you going to?
The Austerlitz Barracks.
I know where that is.
You do?
I told you I get around. Can I get you a paper?
No, it's all right. Live without them. Besides, there isn't time.
No. You'd better go.
Look, if it's all the same to you, I'd rather you didn't come on the platform.
Oh, of course not. It would be embarrassing. I don't like railway stations at the best of times.
Oh?
There's something sinister about them. Creepy.
I'd better go.
Yes. One night, that's all.
Hmm?
We only had one night together, you and me.
I know.
Hardly got started.
When I think of Paris, I'll think of you.
That's it, then. Did you write?
I don't know.
Perhaps you won't. Bye. I don't know your name.
Oh. Mathieu de la Rue. What's yours?
Forget it. Just a girl. Bye.
Boris!
Huh?
What have you done?
What?
Your hair.
Oh, yes, I went to the barber's.
Sit down, let me look at it. Who did it?
A little chap round the corner.
Well, what did he think he was doing? He scalped you.
Nonsense.
Why didn't you wait? In 5 days' time, we'd be back in Paris. You could have gone to Andre's. Why did you go to a butcher?
I think he's made me look rather smart.
Why didn't you tell me?
Huh?
You were going to have your hair cut.
Perhaps I wanted you to have a surprise?
I've had that all right. All my lovely locks gone.
Sorry. Lola, if you'll excuse me,
Where are you going?
just for a stroll.
Want me to come with you?
Sometimes one likes to go for a walk alone.
All right.
You don't mind?
No, no.
I love you. Yes, I adore you. You're the only woman for me.
You keep it that way.
Don't you worry, I shall.
Can't run my fingers through your hair anymore.
Perhaps that's why I did it.
You're evil.
Bye, darling.
Excuse me,
There's no room in here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Excuse me, is this place free?
Oh, what a...
This place, is it free?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who won that? Yeah. What again? But he just won. Win that thing? All right.
Oh, yeah. A letter from Danielle. I'd forgotten it. Oh, well. Better read it, I suppose. Christ, what an epistle.
My dear Mathieu, you will undoubtedly be amazed to hear from me. I am aware of your possible hostility towards me, but you are the one person to whom I have revealed certain picaresque elements in my character. And since one confidence leads to another, I would like you to know of a new and extraordinary adventure I have had.
Another bloody adventure.
I can picture exactly your hideous smile and the irony with which you will view my case when I tell you that in the last week I have found God. Or rather, God has found me. I'm quite sure you are now laughing at my newfound faith. Let me assure you, I am laughing too. I know that God has an infinite sense of humor. Think about this for the ultimate joke. God, who has made man, lets himself dangle on the cross, while the creatures he has made jeer at him. Well now, aren't the delicious tears of laughter trickling down your cheek?
Yeah. No.
Where's the recruiting office?
It's the far end of the yard. First door on the left, sir.
Thanks.
God sees us, Mathieu. I am encompassed and made secure by God's look. You too, skeptic and scoffer as you are seen by God. How can I describe the look of God? It is as if I am enshrouded in a pitch-dark night, a dazzling night, a night of fullest splendor. I am flooded with a black light. It is all over my hands and my eyes and my heart. I can't see it, but I know it is God.
Are you the superintendent?
I'm the assistant superintendent.
Then I wish to inform you I'm a deserter.
Oh?
I'm also in possession of a forged passport. I was going to use it to make my escape from military service.
Please sit down.
It is a long letter, I know. But in 10 years' time, you will look at this letter again and smile. Or stand amazed at this true revelation which has been granted me. Your philosophy, dear Mathieu, has stemmed from Descartes. Please allow me to adapt Descartes' foolish, wicked words. It is not, I think, therefore I am. It is, I am seen, therefore I am. Seen by the penetrating universal look of God, that is. Standing within God's gaze, I need no longer bear the responsibility as my turbid and disintegrating self. God causes me to be. I am as He sees me and has made me. I accept His challenge and I say to God, here I am. Here I am.
Still won't tell us your real identity? Well then, I'll tell you. You're the stepson of General Lacaze. How do we know? You're reported as a missing person. We'd better phone your father.
No.
Why not?
No.
The number is opera 3822.
No!
Take him next.
No! No!
Opera 3822. Would you speak to him, sir?
No, thanks. I've dealt with these high-ranking officers before. They always treat everybody as though they were their batchman.
Well, we are returning his son to him.
Yes, but generals are never in the wrong.
Hello, could I speak to General Lacaze, please?
Who's speaking?
The police commissariat Rue de l'Ombre. It's to do with his stepson.
Hold the line, I'll tell him.
Utmost tact, Miro. Keep it on an official level.
Lacaze?
Good morning, General.
Well, have you found the boy yet?
A young man called at my office at 8 o'clock this morning. He said he was a deserter and in possession of forged papers. He refused to give his identity.
However, the prefecture had supplied us with photographs and a description of your stepson, so we recognized him at once.
Are you putting him on a charge?
There'll be no charges made against him. He's not a deserter, as he's not been called up.
Yes, I'm fully aware of that.
As for the forged papers, he had a false Spanish passport in his pocket, but as he's made no attempt to use it, that doesn't constitute an offense.
We hold him at your disposal.
Have you grilled him?
Your pardon, General?
Have you third-degreed him?
What's that?
Have we third-degreed him? No, General, of course not.
Pity. Well, I'll come round either this evening or tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, put him in a cell and treat him rough as you can. It'll be a lesson to him.
Certainly, General.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What was that last bit?
He wanted the boy to be given the treatment.
Did he, indeed?
Come in. Hey, Vitch.
Yes? It's really me?
Well. What a surprise.
Haven't you dressed yet?
Oh, I had a late night. Besides, why a dress?
Oh, why, indeed.
How nice to see you. Drink?
Yes. Champagne.
Oh, don't stock it. Haven't any ice.
Well, get some.
All right. Why not? Hello? Send up half a dozen Verb Clicquot 36, will you? And a bucket of ice. That's it. Room 607.
Half a dozen?
You sometimes get thirsty.
You're a bastard.
How endearing.
A rich bastard.
Rich, I'll grant you. What are you doing here? I never thought I'd see you again.
Because of the way you acted.
We've been drinking.
I'd been drinking because I'd failed my exams. You hadn't touched a drop. You simply wanted to take me to your room. Ha! I've arrived.
Hey, Vitch.
Shocked? I have never seen such an outrageous room. Well, fancy. You're a student just like the rest. Rubbing shoulders in the bars and the lecture rooms.
Well, what of it?
Well, only that you live in the most expensive of hotels while your friends are slumming it in third-rate digs. No wonder when you're out there you look confident.
But not here.
Here you look anything but confident, my dear Claude. Do you know what your nickname is? What your fellow students call you?
Well?
Lech, short for lecture. And look at you, I come to your room of my own free will and you haven't even tried to touch me yet. No, Claude, no. What, and have the waiter come in and surprise us? You've ordered champagne. 6 bottles. And ice. Remember?
What's your game?
Game? Oh, no game. I simply want to die in luxury, that's all.
Hmm?
The German bombers have probably already taken off. And I intend to enjoy myself as we're blown to bits.
You'll enjoy yourself.
Well, at least I shan't die a virgin.
Odette, come and sit down.
What's the matter?
Deladier speaking in half an hour.
What do you think he'll say?
He's going to announce the declaration of war. This is the end.
End?
End of everything. It's difficult to know what one ought to wish for, victory or defeat.
Oh?
Well, if we're beaten, we'll be Germanized. But I assure you the Germans will re-establish order. Communists, Jews, Freemasons will be cleared out.
And if we win?
Chaos. Bolsheviks will take over. Anarchy. This war should never, never have started.
My poor little Jacques. That's art. How apt. Full of charm, with underlying tragedy.
Yes, he does have his inner thoughts, doesn't he? 2 gimlets, please.
I'm so fidgety. I know it's silly. But I must know what Deladier has to say.
Yes, this political broadcast's becoming quite a ritual, isn't it?
I'm lucky.
Oh?
Think of all the women whose men have been called up. You're still with me. Little Baldy.
That's it. Laugh. Smile at her. You mustn't tell her what you've done. Not at the moment. She'd collapse.
You're a wonderful boy. You're so calm. Look at all those tensed up faces. It makes me nervous.
Oh, come on, relax.
Keep looking love at her. Deladier will tell us war has been declared. And I shall say, I've joined up. She won't have time to get her breath.
They all know you're my lover.
Who?
All the people in the hotel. They know it by the way you look at me. Do you mind?
Should I?
No, I don't mind. Quite the reverse. After all, I'm an artiste. It goes along with their expectations of me.
You don't just love me for the publicity, do you?
Yes, darling.
That's it. Keep her laughing. Keep her happy.
How about you? Do you mind them knowing about us?
Oh, no. No, I'm proud of it. I'll prove it. I'll kiss your hair if you like.
No, Boris. No, Boris!
Evening, Father.
See you. Sorry, too good for you, I'm afraid.
That's it. I'm packing in.
Eh?
I'm too far down the drain.
Let's all give it a rest for a bit, shall we? As you wish.
I feel I can drink. Oh, good idea. Want a sweet?
No, thank you.
What about you?
Not just now.
You don't know what's good for you.
They don't like me. They think I'm too stuck up. These are what wars are fought with, people like this. They'll be split apart. The blood and excrement will gush out of them like disemboweled horses in a bullfight.
I can't stand that, bro. I think I'll stretch my legs. Yeah, there's planes overhead, eh? Planes up there. They're flying in formation.
Are they French?
I can't too help. I can't make out.
Of course, they're French. War hasn't been declared as yet.
How do you know?
Eh?
How do you know war hasn't been declared? We've been in this train for 11 hours.
Hey, you're right. They could have declared war this morning. Here, mate. What do you think?
Me?
Do you think we're at war?
Use your brains, man. Do you really think we got a war over Czechoslovakia? Do you think anybody would? Deladier, Hitler, Chamberlain? Czechoslovakia's a bloody nuisance to one and all.
Well, why have they bloody well called us up then?
Why, I'll tell you. The big boys have got together. They've followed Hitler's lead.
Eh?
How does Hitler avoid trouble on his home front, eh? I'll tell you. As soon as the workers start making demands, he shoves them in the army. That keeps them quiet. Right then, Deladier and Chamberlain have cottoned onto the same thing. They've got together with Hitler and produced a war scare just for the simple purpose of clamping down on the ordinary man in the street.
Is that right?
There'll be no war, you can bet on that. Only you'll be doing 3 years of fatigues. That's the way to get rid of opposition. They've got it weighed up, don't you worry.
Here, they're back again. The planes, they're flying round and round the train.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's have a look.
What's the matter? Aeroplanes.
Oh, aeroplane. Ah, yes, sir.
Can't say I like the look of them. There must be 30 of them up there.
Do you reckon they're the Boche?
What? Christ, if they are, a magnificent bloody target, aren't we? Here, Germans! Oh, get out!
German bombers up there! Wake up quick! War's been declared!
Get out!
Un petit coup, c'est agréable. Un petit coup, c'est un petit coup. Et rouler sous le table.
Lie down.
Un petit coup.
You feel better.
Get off. Get away from me. I know what you're after. But it's got to be beautiful. When the bombs start falling on us, then you can have me. Then that'll be poetic and symbolic. And everything torn in two.
Jesus.
Hey, what are you doing?
I might as well listen to Daladier.
You have just been listening to a recorded performance of Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 23 in A major. It was given by the Paris Philharmonia Orchestra, conducted by Bruno Walter, who was also the soloist. In a few moments, the Prime Minister, Monsieur Daladier, will be making a special announcement to the French people.
Shut up! Oh.
I had announced that this evening I should make a statement on the international situation. However, this afternoon I received an invitation from the German government to meet Chancellor Adolf Hitler, Senior Mussolini, and Mr. Chamberlain tomorrow at Munich. I have accepted this invitation. You will understand that on the eve of such important negotiations, it is my duty to postpone my promised statement. But before my departure, I wish to offer the people of France an expression of thanks for their courageous and dignified attitude. My task is hard. Since the beginning of these present difficulties, I have not ceased to labor with all my strength to safeguard peace and the vital interests of France. I shall continue in the same effort tomorrow with the conviction that I have the support of the entire nation. Thank you for your attention, for your steadfastness and firmness. Good night.
Oh, darling, it's peace. The leaders are getting together. It's all right. What's the matter?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's wrong?
I've joined the army as a regular for 3 years.
No war, eh, God? You're a real joker, aren't you?
Daniel.
And you!
Splendid news, Nero.
Splendid news.
Drink to health.
To health. Please. Well, General Lacaze, have you heard? There's going to be no war. You're pleased, I hope.
Where is my stepson?
Thank you for your steadfastness and your firmness. The civil obedience. Oh. I shouldn't be here. There's no war.
You're drunk. You're too damn drunk to be of any use.
There's no war.
Oh, go to sleep.
Oh, really?
Go on, sleep it off.
There's no war.
Then we'll
Yeah.
see.
They're still there, circling.
Has the driver gone mad? Why didn't he stop the train? Do you want to get us all killed?
You want to get on the floor, mates? It's safer.
Hey? What's he say?
Nothing. Go back to sleep.
Here they come! Right! Your attention, please. Here come our brave boys. Young men in the prime of life who would, if called upon, have laid down their lives for our beloved France. Citizens of the Republic, let us give them the hero's welcome they deserve.
The train's slowing down.
You're right. Here, let's make a jump for it.
Here, get the door open.
Peace has been declared. Quiet! Quiet a moment, please! Fellow citizens, to any of our dear brave lads who have not heard the news, there's going to be a great peace conference in Munich. Munich will go down in history as the beginning of peace forever. Never again will there be a war. Our own Monsieur de Ladier is flying there tonight to represent us at the peace table. What do you say to that, huh?
Long live Daladier! Long live peace!
You bloody little fool.
Oh, leave me alone. I'll take my punishment, I tell you. I'm a deserter. It'll mean the firing squad, won't it?
Deserter? There's no war. You've never been a deserter. You're just a frightened little schoolboy. I'll make a man of you. You know, your mother's been too soft with you. From now on, I'm going to take charge of you.
Touch me. I'll kill myself.
We shall see. We shall see.
When I come back, I hope that I may be able to say, as Hotspur says in Henry IV, out of this nettled danger, we pluck this flower safety.
I think you owe us an explanation.
Yes, Mr. Mazarin.
At this very moment in the Führerhaus, Mr. Chamberlain and Hitler are discussing the fate of my country. But it seems my country is not allowed to be present.
I am merely a British civil servant, Mr. Mazarin.
Czechoslovakia was allowed 2 observers. That was agreed. Well?
I'd prefer not to make a comment, Mr. Mazarin.
Then I will make a comment. I wish to know if Mr. Chamberlain and Hitler, in their collusion together, have decided to make me and Mr. Masny here their prisoners. Hostages, I think, is the word. Well?
I'm afraid I don't follow you, Mr. Mazarin. Sir.
This is the headquarters of the British delegation, is it not?
It is.
Open this door. You see, it has been guarded by Gestapo men. We have been interned as political prisoners in the very place where we thought we were British guests. Well?
I didn't make the arrangements, Mr. Mazarin.
Who did then? Who did? Is this a trap? The British invited us here. Mr. Chamberlain told us we should be members of the British delegation. You promised us diplomatic immunity under your protection. We come, believing in you. We arrive at the Munich airport. Nobody from the British or French delegation is there to meet us. We enter the so-called residence of the British delegation. But you employ Gestapo men to prohibit us from going to the Führerhaus, where the fate of our country is being decided. What is this treachery? Well?
It's not for me to comment, Mr. Mazarin.
Ah.
Darling. Sorry it's all taken so long.
13 hours.
Negotiations have been difficult. Anyway, the conference has ended now, and this is the redistribution.
Is this what we must hand over to the Germans? I thought Britain and France were going to stand firm.
If you don't accept it, you'll have to come to terms with Germany on your own.
You mean you abandon us to the Nazis?
Mr. Chamberlain and Monsieur de Ladier are waiting to fill in the details for you. Would you like to come along? Oh, Ivic. Don't pretend you're asleep. Ivic.
What do you want?
I love you. I love you.
Good morning, gentlemen. Will you sit down, gentlemen? Well, France and Great Britain have just signed an agreement with Germany. Here is the agreement. Perhaps you would care to read it out.
The four powers, Germany, the United Kingdom, France, and Italy, taking account of the arrangement already established in principle regarding the cessation to Germany of the territories of the Sudeten Germans, have agreed on the following. 1. The evacuation will begin on the 1st of October. 2. The evacuation shall be completed by the 10th of October without destruction of any of the existing installations. The Czechoslovak government will assume responsibility for effecting this evacuation in such a way that no damage shall be done to the said installations.
We are to hand over to Hitler all our defenses? What happens then? He will take the whole of us.
Oh,
dearest. Oh, ow! Oh, I love you.
Ow!
I love you.
Ow! Ow!
Love me.
Ow!
Tell me.
Ow!
All other territories in which Germans predominate shall be occupied by German troops between this date and the 10th of October.
This is the end of my country. Our sovereign integrity is gone.
Czechoslovak government will release within a period of 4 weeks from the conclusion of the present agreement all the Sudeten Germans who so desire from military formations or police forces to which they may belong. Within the same period, the Czechoslovak government will release the Sudeten German prisoners at present serving sentences of imprisonment for political offenses. Done at Munich the 29th of September in the year 1938.
Oh, I love you. You love me. Tell me you love me.
I hate you.
That is all.
Do you expect a statement or reply from my government?
Signor Mussolini has to return to Italy immediately, so there is no time.
Not even a reply? Am I to understand by this that we are forced to accept?
What else can you do?
What it's like, mate?
Yes.
So, right muck up, isn't it?
What?
Well, you're all right. You're still in civvies.
Yes, well, they ran out of uniforms.
You showed up late, did you?
Yes.
I've got to wait till the QM opens before I get my clobber back. They're too bloody eager, me. Mind you, it'd be nice to be home again. Me back to the office. We can't stick the office. I suppose I'll have to. Life's the same everywhere, isn't it?
Yes. You married?
Yeah, I don't get on too well with the missus. I've got some kids, though. I like kids. Oh, well. Be seeing you.
Be seeing you.
What an anticlimax. Speeches on the wireless, women in tears, men forced to face death, panic and despair. And how does it end? We wander aimlessly round a barracks yard or throw coins in the dust, playing a game of chance. And tomorrow? Tomorrow we all go back to a meaningless life.
And here is the paper which bears his name upon it, as well as mine. Some of you have perhaps already heard what it contains, but I would just like to read it to you. We, the German Führer and Chancellor, and the British Prime Minister, have had a further meeting today and are agreed in recognizing that the question of Anglo-German relations is of the first importance for the two countries and for Europe. We regard the agreement signed last night and the Anglo-German naval agreement to be symbolic of the desire of our two peoples never to go to war with one another again.
What am I going back to? A Paris flat, a job in teaching. I'll slip into the old routine, quietly, without any fuss. In a few weeks, all this business of Munich will be forgotten. Nothing will remain but a tiny scar in the continuity of life. A vague memory of a time when I thought I was going off to war, to the fighting, to my death. No, 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 I'll not forget. I refuse to dismiss the experience. I'm out of the rut now, and I shall stay so. I shall remain free.
Les mains s'étendent de tous côtés, les chiens sont lourds, puis-je les ôter? Un seul pas contre la tyrannie, une raison d'être dans toute ma vie. La route est dure, mais je suis forte, mon âme est sûre, la peur est morte, je sais quoi faire avec la vie quand toute la terre sera